Now, I'm not sure they realised it was our fault in the first instance because they said, "Thank you very much."
I think those guys might have found out that it was actually us that like pulled the boat off their mooring. Oh, they just went like that. Oh, they just pulled out a nice big gun.
Is that the international code for "I love you"?
I think so. I think so.
I think it is.
In a harbour town down the coast, rocks a boat in the swell, tied up to the same old post. And the harbour boys all agree she's the queen of the fleet, knows every wave in the sea.
We have been here 5 minutes and already we're causing havoc.
Oh God, this is balls up. So we were tied off there.
Well, we were tied off over there.
It was over there
To allow
the tanker to come in, the barge. But it's dragged. I reckon it's broken the mooring off our line, pulling it sideways.
The boat we were tied to in by the shoreline has been dragged off its mooring and is now sitting behind us in the middle of the river channel. Rob has gone over to investigate what has happened. Now, it's easy to forget all the good things a person does and just focus on the negative. And as this has all the hallmarks of being Rob's work, why don't we check out some of the good stuff he does? Here he is, washing the dishes. Here he is solving world hunger.
And that is how we cure world hunger.
Well, hot diggity dog.
And here he is helping a man whose boat was tied in by the shoreline, was dragged off its mooring and was sitting behind us in the middle of the river channel.
So what happened?
So, to start the story, the barge was coming in and we had to shift our boat to this mooring, and then we had to tie the stern in towards the bank to make sure the stern didn't float out in the wind, so that the barge had no problem clear way coming in. And that was what we were told to do. Now, so we tied onto the mooring that was adjacent to the boat. Unfortunately, the weight of our boat when the wind came up swung, the pressure of our stern wanting to go out, dragged the mooring in closer to the water. It's obviously a very shallow mooring, and once it dragged out a bit further, it got shallower and deeper till it was swinging, and it just drifted off out into the thing, and literally our rope was the only thing holding it. So really, it was our fault.
But we also saved it at the same time.
We saved it at the same time. Now, I'm not sure they realised it was our fault in the first instance because they said, "Thank you very much." and I was saying, "Oh, well, is there anything else we can do?" At the end of it, once we got it all sorted, and they were very appreciative. But I actually don't think they quite understand what happened in the first instance, Rachel. I actually don't think he realised that we caused the problem. I was trying to tell him, but anyway, no harm done. So.
I think those guys might have found out that it was actually us that like pulled the boat off their mooring. So they're just standing by what looked like another mooring anchor kind of thing. And they were just pointing at us.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, they just went like that. Oh, they just pulled out a nice big gun.
Is that the international code for "I love you"?
I think so.
I think it is.
They actually are coming over.
Oh, they are coming over.
Coming together. Are they?
Yeah.
Oh
God, they're
He's right here. Yeah, I'm going to stay inside.
Hello. Is it okay? Okay. Have you lost something?
Rope. Oh. Okay. Okay. They're not going to slit our throats, Rachel. Or my throat.
No, they're not going to be all lovely with us, right?
It all ended well and we were forgiven and the balance of life was restored. The rest of our time in Savusavu passed without incident, but we didn't hang around long. we were on a mission to head south. We wanted to visit one of our favourite islands in Fiji, Makongai, a place that has seen more than its fair share of trouble.
So we were here in 2015 and it was lush green, and then we saw photos of 2016 after Winston of the same place, decimated, just brown and sticks. So I'm amazed at the regrowth here. It's quite incredible how much it's reverted back to its former self.
Although the houses on the island have been rebuilt, construction continues to replace the laboratory for the Ministry of Fisheries that raised giant clams here. But Makongai is best known for the role it played building up the health of the 4,185 patients that spent time here between 1908 and 1969, when Makongai was the premier leper colony in the South Pacific.
There was a whole community lived here, and it was so popular. The nuns did such a good job that they took in lepers from all over the South Pacific. They got sent here to Makongai to live the best life that they could. There was no cure for leprosy in those days, and so they were put to work on gardens and building and just praising God, I guess. They went to church and got converted by the nuns and had a great life here. If they survived, they got to leave, and if they didn't, they got buried in the cemetery down here.
Let's go check it out.
There's quite a lot of graves here. If you look up, you can just see all the little crosses, kind of,
Some of them tipped over.
yeah, being overgrown. The jungle's taking over again.
Yeah.
Although the missionary sisters are long gone, the island is still in the business of offering sanctuary. We were introduced to a batch of 1.5-year-old green and leatherback turtles rescued by the children of Makongai, who found them trapped under seaweed on the beach. Due for release soon, care has to be taken to remove the algae that builds up on their shells, a job in the wild that would be done by remora fish. Today, we were delighted to be given that job.
Oh, he's going, oh, that's so good. Oh, this guy is just loving it. Look at him. He's loving it. Show me his belly.
1, 2, 3.
Upside down. Oh, he's very zen, this fella.
Don't hold him upside down, man.
He loves it.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, okay, you ready to go?
Is that
Okay,
enough?
you said I've had enough. You go, put me back. There you go. Oh, there we go.
Oh, he's just, oh, that is so good. I'm just living the moment again.
Oh, there we go. Clean, or
Oh,
what he
I'm
just
loving it
done.
all. That's the one he just left in. He's going, oh, that is so good. Oh, I'm just living the memory.
Oh, yeah.
There's one chilled, he's zenned out.
Enzo.
Oh, yeah.
Before we left, we had a quick dip in the lagoon to check out the resident giant clams there. These beasties are over 70 years old and on average will live to be 100. Giant clams are hermaphrodites but cannot reproduce asexually. They need a partner. Here we are beside them so you can get some perspective of their size.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider sharing it and give us a thumbs up. It helps us heaps.